Can you buy something but not own it? This paradoxical question is at the heart of the transition from physical to the predominantly digital media of today. As a child of the 90s, I really first thought of this as I lived through the shift from tapes to CDs to MP3s. When you bought a CD or a tape, you owned it. It was yours. But even then, there were so many gray areas. Recording from the radio to tapes, ripping CDs, downloading MP3s off Napster. And then we got iTunes. This was different. Users got a license to play the music, but they don't own it. In 2012, media outlets even reported, falsely, that John McClane himself would bring the fight to Apple about the ownership of his iTunes library. This is still an issue today in the age of subscription music services. But the idea of ownership is even more complex with the Internet of Things. Everything is connected and dependent on the Internet. You can lay down a huge wad of cash for something, only for it to become a brick when the company goes out of business or decides that your product is too old to continue supporting. While this is clear, to many people, the benefits outweigh the risks. And so we plow on to an interconnected future, a future of which today this device is perhaps the most emblematic. Design of Things 28, Google Home Mini, Home Invader. The Google Home Mini is carefully designed to fade into the decor of almost any home. The device does this with a number of choices that invoke adjectives such as comfortable, natural, and gentle. It accomplishes this first with the shape and silhouette. Yes, it brings artificial intelligence and a connected web of things into your house, but it doesn't look like it does. It doesn't look technical in the least. First, the shape is gently rounded, hearkening to a river stone, the organic lines making it seem gentle and friendly, which is quite the contrast when compared with devices that instead lean into their image as the most advanced technology, proud and loud, like any RGB-kitted gamer device. The Google Home Mini further establishes its friendly credentials with this fabric-like material used to cover the top. Cue adjectives soft and comfy, which pair nice with approachable. Whatever the color, it looks really good. I'm partial to this black, but the default gray looks inviting as well. Flipping it around, we can see that the bottom third is covered in a matte finish plastic. Even though the color is similar to the fabric, there is still enough contrast of texture to make a clear accent in all the colors. There really isn't much else here in this section, other than the micro USB port and a switch. In Google's quest to convince you that this is okay to invite into your home, this is a brilliant move. This switch allows you to turn off the mic, which, to privacy-conscious people worried about the voyeuristic capability of an always-on mic, it's particularly attractive. But let's be honest for a second. Who is going to say, whoa, 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 hold that dangerous idea. I gotta turn off Google first. Okay, carry on. Its very presence, though I'm sure it's not often used, allays fears that some may have. You can also see the bright orange in the background, which is the right way to design a toggle, the color making the current state of the switch clear. Seems simple, but there are way too many devices with toggles like this that give the user no indication what the toggle's position means. Because we have this little icon of a mic, the meaning communicated by the orange color is pretty clear. Finally, turning over to the bottom is the final accent of the design, which in the case of the black is this explosively bright orange, and on teal, a vivid teal, creating a nice monochromatic color scheme. This section is rubber to make sure the device stays firmly where it is placed. The only branding, the Google G, is debossed into the material. It's really subtle, as are the regulatory markings and this little circle. At first, the purpose of this circle isn't clear. There are no labels, icons, or hints. You've really got to search online or look at the manual to find out that it is a reset button. So that completes the physical design. Overall, it's really non-threatening and will fit into most homes and just blend into the background. Now we need to plug it in. And wait for it. Wait for it. Pleasant sound, classical chords, and this display of 4 color LEDs that shine through the fabric color. I love this. I wish I could get the colors to come out at other times, but alas. They are only white during normal operation.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
What do you think about this?
Sometimes I think about other languages.
Will you show me your colored LEDs? I guess not. So you can see that the design of the object is a vehicle for getting it into your home. For me, the other large part was the cheap price, about $30. Tricky Google, selling it with razor-thin margins. Google, you know that my voice, my queries, and the ability to sell me subscriptions to your services are worth more than the profits you can make on device sales. And knowing this, I still have one. A mole, a bug in my home. Why? A trade of privacy for convenience, sadly. For timers, alarms, and while cooking, this thing is excellent. Even though she tries to sell me YouTube Music Premium every time I play music. Goodbye.
Hi, you found the new leaving home routine.
Tell everyone we'll see them later.
Okay, broadcasting to all home devices connected to your account.
We'll see them later.